The students at Chandler High School enjoy countless opportunities in academics, arts, athletics, and career and technical education programs.
You're going to see a lot of excitement, a lot of noise, a lot of happy kids.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the CUSD Podcast. I'm Stephanie Ingersoll, Executive Director of Communications and Marketing for Chandler Unified.
And I'm Sam Kravaya, and I am the Communications Media Manager here at CUSD.
And we are still looking for a name for this podcast, but it seems like CUSD Podcast might be sticking, but we will be putting it out there to our listeners to give us some name ideas, right?
I honestly love the simplicity of the name, but I'm also excited to hear what other people might have to say as well.
Totally. Well, we're going to transition into the discussion we're going to have on this episode. We're trying some different things. So this first piece will be about what is the hot topic, the big topic that is out there right now. And so we want to talk about our override and bond election that is on the ballot for November 4th.
Hey there. Thanks for listening to CUSD's podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe. For the latest news, follow us at Chandler Unified on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Now, let's get started.
So recently we did a webinar town hall with Superintendency, something new that we have implemented this school year. It's the second one we did. Mm-hmm. And there were topics from curriculum to special education, but we did bring up the override and bond. And so we have the segment from that where leadership talks about the override and bond. And we just want to share with our listeners and viewers a little bit more context about it, just so everyone understands the facts of the override and bond.
If you have a home, of course, you're updating air conditioning and you probably upgraded your carpeting and other areas of your home. But when you're talking about a school district that big, like I said, 5.5 million square feet, when you talk about replacing carpets, replacing sewer systems, the things that we don't even see underneath the school. And remember, 30 years ago, a majority of our district was supported or built. And so we're now in that phase where these bond dollars are very important.
Bond dollars pay for the maintenance of these buildings. Much like your own home, those things do happen in a school district. And I think that's very important to stress because we are buildings, they're buildings where our kids and our staff, go to school and work every day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah. And I think Frank mentions it a little bit too, our superintendent. He mentions a little bit about those repairs as well. And so, you could see that we are sharing the screen for our website as well at cusd80.com/election, where people could read all about the facts if you are interested in learning more. But then there's also a lot of great videos that our team filmed together, talking about all these different things that the bond may affect.
Yeah, potential projects that the bond may affect. Absolutely.
The only other thing I'd like to add is we're just so thankful for taxpayer dollars, and we feel like we have been good stewards with those dollars, and it's impacted our student achievement. And you can see that in the success that our school district has had. And so we know that parents value the staff, the teachers, and the staff that are at their schools. They also value the programs and the facilities that their kids can participate at and in. But the number of scholarships, including close to $200 million, the number of Flynn Scholars, number of National Merit Scholars, the number of the ability to have AP exams and the kids that are passing them surpass everyone in the state. And I think that that's a piece of it. We want to make sure we have quality programs and teachers there to make sure that we're successful. And you can see the success stories being the number one school district in the state.
So that's definitely an important point out. The override is for people and programs, and the override is not new. It's just a renewal of it. It's an ask for a continuation. We have to, by law, ask our voters to do it. And the override helps us keep our salaries, or may affect our salaries to be competitive, and our programs offering from CTE to JROTC to fine arts. Truly, it is what contributes to us being a district of choice. Mm-hmm. Every dollar matters and is accounted for in Chandler Unified.
Especially when it comes to reinvesting in our own classrooms as well.
Absolutely. So. We talked about some of the potential projects and how the bond may affect from Hartford. The security office at Knox would be brought, forward, not at the center where it's more of an open campus. That was a style popular in the 70s, and things have really changed since then.
Right.
Chandler High, their cafeteria can't fit the amount of kids that the school has. And so that needs to be update as well. And so we actually want to transition to a quick video on Chandler High so you can see just what Chandler High is all about.
Chandler High School opened its doors in 1914, and for over a century has set the standard for academic excellence for the Chandler community. We are the only Arizona high school to be named a 7-time A+ School of Excellence by the Arizona Education Foundation. Our faculty and staff pride ourselves on providing each student with a world-class education. With a large student body and long-standing programs, the students at Chandler High School enjoy countless opportunities in academics, arts, athletics, and career and technical education programs. Chandler High School is an international baccalaureate world school and is the oldest one of its kind in Arizona. Chandler High, School of Champions.
Wasn't that such a great video? I mean, our colleague Nate does a great job in putting such work with those videos. I mean, like, that's a virtual tour of a school without even having to go to the school.
And I love that our students voice it as well, because at the center of what we do, it's always for students. So it's cool to see.
And as we mentioned, Chandler High has some potential projects in it, and that includes the cafeteria update, that includes the update and modernization of the culinary spaces. You know, we have culinary at our high schools, and we want the facilities to be industry standards for our kids. That's what career and technical education is all about. And so that's part of this bond as well. And the history of Chandler High is just impressive.
Yeah, the fact that it's just been in Chandler for over 100 years, that's amazing. And
it was the go-to high school.
Exactly. And not many schools or districts can even say that here, that they're home to the oldest school. So it's just really awesome to see. And especially with it being the oldest, of course, there's so much history here too.
They were recently featured in a variety of outlets for their efforts to reduce chronic absenteeism.
And even in addition to that recognition too, I believe we were talking about this off air, that they were recognized by an architectural design magazine too, just for the building itself.
Yeah, if you drive by it and you see those beautiful columns, I mean, it's so signature, so beautiful.
Recently, I was kind of behind the scenes in watching 12 News visit our school as well. And so Chandler High football was also featured in their Friday Morning Fever segment, which was really awesome. And it was right ahead of a sister school rivalry for Perry High School. And so they actually ended up winning that game too, which is really exciting. I think they had a great day.
Shout out to athletics. We have some amazing teams and programs, and I think it's safe to say that people choose Chandler Unified for athletics.
Oh yeah, their motto is second to none for a reason, for sure.
Yeah, you'll be hearing more about athletics on this podcast, but we just want to give a shout out to that great team and department.
Yeah, and of course, at the base of everything we do too, academics are so important for us in addition to the extracurriculars. Yes. And it's awesome with Chandler High School being an international baccalaureate school too.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to share more about that in the future as well, especially with one of our little news updates too. But it'll be exciting to see what else they do and continue to have 100 more years of history to come. And so
that's a great segue into the school choice fair, which is happening on November 5th. This is your opportunity to come and see representatives from all our schools in one place. So the district office is going to be filled with elementary, with secondary. There'll be 2 informational sessions on some common topics like gifted and preschool, but the IB representative from Chandler High will be there too. So if you want to learn about the International Baccalaureate program, please come to this school choice fair. That's November 5th, 5:30 to 7 at the district office, 1525 Fry Road. But then I would be remiss if we don't mention Election Day.
Yes, absolutely. So Election Day is on November 4th. And so that's quickly approaching already. By the time that you'll be hearing this podcast, it'll probably be less than a week away. So
yeah, and there is a ballot drop box at the district office. There's also a ballot drop box at the City Hall, Chandler City Hall. So it is a mail-in election. And if you have missed the date to mail it in, that ballot drop box, like drop it off in a ballot drop box for Election Day, November 4th. So back to school choice and enrollment, we have open enrollment opening on November 10th. That's huge. Like, that's your opportunity if you have a school of choice that you're not boundaried for, that you put in an open enrollment application by this date. At what time?
I don't remember the time, to be honest, off the top of my head, but you can find all that information on our website at CUSD80.com/enroll. So that's definitely where we see all of our documents that you may need to fill out your open enrollment application and get some of your other questions answered too as you're filling out that application.
And to clarify, open enrollment application needs to be approved first before you then go and register for that school. But if you're going to the school you're boundaried for, go and register.
What's awesome too is in the interim, you can also have the chance to tour our schools. If you just contact your school of choice, they'd be happy to give you a tour. But then there's also open houses that'll be coming up as well.
Yeah, visit, call, email, check in with
just
the schools.
all the things,
all
you know?
the things, right? Like you truly get a feel for our schools when you visit them. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we have Veterans Day.
Yeah, so then Veterans Day is a time that we really reflect on those who, sacrifice their time and efforts and everything into our country. And so with our schools especially, with Veterans Day being a Tuesday this year, I believe Monday, a lot of our schools will be holding ceremonies. And some of our schools end up inviting first responders to come and other veterans as well to just honor their sacrifice and just recognize the importance of that.
Really moving. I've been to a few of those ceremonies, and
they're really sweet too.
Very patriotic.
Yeah.
And then on November 14th, we have Ruby Bridges Walk to School Day. And Ruby Bridges is a civil rights activist. She was the young Black girl who walked to school and integrated an all-white school. It really is a day that we honor her bravery. And it's about access to education for all. It's a really special day. And if your school is having an event, please check it out. We're probably playing some videos, photos right now of previous walks. So a really special day.
And speaking of that unity too, we also have our season of the holiday season, if you will, with the Chandler CARE Center. There are going to be different assistance programs that are available for our families. So if you are in need of assistance for Thanksgiving and the holidays as well, we have opportunities with the Chandler CARE Center where you could have the option to either donate any resources or food or things like that. You could donate them to the Chandler CARE Center, and you could also fill out applications as well if you are in need of that assistance.
And we want to make the community aware that there is an ongoing search for our next superintendent. The amazing, incredible Superintendent Narducci is retiring after this school year. Been in education 40 years, been in Chandler Unified 35 years, been our superintendent for 5 years. But from principal to a director to assistant superintendent to superintendent, just an amazing, wonderful individual, and big shoes to fill.
Right.
But we have a landing page that is live right now on CUSD 80. Superintendent search. Is that the friendly URL?
Yes, it is. Yeah, CUSD80.com/superintendent search.
And so that was a lot looking ahead, but let's just kind of recap some things that have happened.
Yeah, and there has been a lot too. And as you could probably tell from the last episode, we're excited to keep sharing all the great things that have happened. And so we might have alluded, I think, to the Chandler CARE Center's 30th anniversary. And so there was this great event that celebrated their 30 years in the community. And it was really awesome to just see a bunch of people in the community come together and celebrate those behind the magic at Chandler CARE Center to offer medical assistance and dental care and vision care to these families. It's really wonderful to see everybody come together and celebrate each other, and especially Katie Kale, the fearless director and leader there. Shout out to her. It was just awesome to be able to see her get the inaugural award that is named after Dr. Annette Auxier as well, one of our former board members. And of course, the Auxier family was also honored too. And I feel like a lot of it wasn't possible without their efforts and their time. So it was just like a really nice way to see some of Chandler's history come together in one night.
We had some ribbon cuttings that took place too. What were the ribbon cuttings for?
Yeah, so there were 2 different ribbon cuttings too. So I'll talk about Shumway's first. So Shumway's was really awesome because they had a reimagination process where their library was totally renovated, and it looks so awesome to see, because there's one part, I was talking to one of our construction partners, and so they made me laugh because they called this one space the pencil sharpener, because their columns looked like pencils and the top lighting almost looked like a sharpener itself, as if you were sharpening a pencil. And what was so cool about that area was the fact that the walls could move, and the walls were all whiteboard material, so the students could write on it, both like the front and the back, both were writable.
Yeah.
And so it was just really fun to be able to see that. And of course there were plenty of books and reading areas that I swear, I say it every time I go to these ribbon cuttings for the media center, I love sitting in the little nooks. I feel like if I were those kids' ages, I would have been like lost in there in like the media center rotation.
Where's
I
Sam?
I would have been like reading a book somewhere in one of those little nooks.
And then on the flip side, Navarrete also had their media center renovated, but more outdoors space. So to really tap into their desire for collaboration, they have a garage door that opens, a STEM lab that opens to then a staircase auditorium space, which is really cool for, hands-on presentations, to these cool little reading nooks that the kids can tuck away to movable furniture in the conference area. But then it extends outside, the seating does, because that school, they love to sit outside when the weather's beautiful like it is now. And those are part of the reimagining of learning spaces. Mm-hmm. I know that seems kind of a concept that is challenging to grasp, but we do have to reimagine what learning spaces are like for our kids in the 21st century. It's no longer rows of desks facing forward where the teacher is talking at you. It is movable spaces, movable furniture, group work, project-based learning, hands-on learning, teachers just sort of being facilitators, but kids actually taking ownership of their own learning. And that's really the point of these reimagining of learning spaces. And they would not be possible without bond dollars, without voter support. And while we have Galveston that's been totally rebuilt, and Hartford that may be, those were very old schools. Mm-hmm. This is a way to be fiscally responsible and transparent and open and efficient and effective with taxpayer dollars, and still meet the needs of that 21st century hands-on project-based learning that is so important in our schools these days.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better.
And then, so Secondary Choral Festival?
Yeah, so then with the Secondary Choral Festival, that's something annually that our CUSD Fine Arts Department puts on. And it's a really fun event to see, because you see all of our schools together in one place. And specifically with the secondary one, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a combination of our junior highs, middle schools, and high schools.
And that's what secondary
together.
Means, right? Like, I think when you're outside of education, you're like, secondary, what is that?
Yeah, that's what that means. It's all the students that are basically like from middle school, junior high, and high school in our area. And so what's fun about that event is it's almost like a step up, if you will. We've been trying to implement this new phrase, step up, in our district, where it's a chance for our students to be able to see their futures in our older peers. Yeah, I always love to see that every year.
So cool. Then we had districts from around the country visit 3 of our school sites, mm-hmm. Hamilton, Knox, Gifted Academy, and Anderson Elementary. Mm-hmm. So they're districts from around the country. They were in town for a conference, a national conference, and our 3 schools got picked to be showcase sites for how we are implementing what's called Portrait of a Learner. Yeah. And last episode, I put you on the spot for those 6 traits. You did fabulous. But those traits, how are we implementing them and giving our kids a foundation with those traits? And Fresno was here, a school district from Colorado was here, a school district from upstate New York was here, and they were just blown away to see what was happening in our classrooms. It's a really cool opportunity to see Chandler Unified recognized on the national stage. Yeah, exactly. And then even through like a networking conference like this for educators, it's just really exciting to see the things they're talking about and observing as well. So with Anderson Elementary, though, they also did an amazing job. They had 2 student council students that led the tours between different classrooms. So we even got to take a look at how our school, by the way, that has an International Baccalaureate primary years program. And Hamilton, very similar. They looked at a teacher's classroom and how Portrait of a Learner is woven throughout the entire classroom and through every lesson. Then they got to hear from the technology team that it was able to implement some strategies and partner essentially with this teacher to take it to another level, Portrait of a Learner to another level, through AI and through technology, really helping the kids hone the 6 traits that are embedded throughout Portrait of a Learner. And shout out to our director of strategic partnerships and educational access, and to the leadership at the schools, and to our other district administrators like Shannon Prince that really made this come to life. It was awesome, so awesome. And then we had our foreign exchange reception at our recent board meeting. Foreign exchange programs are awesome, and we have a really strong one here. This year we have about 8 kids that are from 6 countries, I want to say.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah. And if you are interested in becoming a host family, we can connect you with that information. But truly, that is, again, in alignment with Portrait of a Learner, that global citizenship. And so Superintendent Narducci and the board recognized those students who truly have been here for only a month or 2, and they're already immersed in our schools. One plays flag football, one is in marching band, one is in student council. I mean, they just come from their country, start school at our schools, and they are immersed. And I think that is really cool and representative of what we are all about in Chandler Unified.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we'll transition to School Lunch Week.
Yeah, with School Lunch Week, we had a lot of really awesome moments that were highlighted throughout the week. So I actually was with the Arizona Food Bank Network on Bologna, what was it, Monday, I believe, at that point in the week. And so it was just really fun because Bologna does this really special thing where they have like what's called a second chance breakfast. And so they're able to serve students who may end up showing late to school and just ensuring that they at least have a meal for the day in case they didn't eat at home. And what's really awesome is with CUSD Food and Nutrition, they came together and really brought this theme to life for almost like a travel passport theme that's like a national theme for schools. And so our group, I think, of course, I'm biased, I think we did it pretty great. And so the decorations are really cool to see. And CTA Liberty, for example, they did an awesome job with being able to decorate their space too. She even laid it out. You'll see a little teaser about it in a moment, but she decorated the cafeteria like a terminal, which was really fun. And one of my favorite elements of that whole space that she had was the place where students pick up fruit and vegetable. There's like these little bubbles, and so each of them said things like a carry-on item, here's an apple, or like they were all travel themed. It was adorable. Like I literally could not.
And they won Best Decorated Cafeteria for the week. That's awesome. And that is a great segue into our little, what we call a Nat Sound package here from the cafeteria manager herself from CTA Liberty. So take a listen.
Hi, welcome to CTA Liberty Elementary. I'm the kitchen manager here. We're getting ready to serve lunch. In a few minutes, we're going to have some students come through. They're going to grab their fruits and vegetables. They're going to take one of their entree items. They'll come here, ring out with me, take a milk or a juice, and then they're going to head out into the NPR to have their lunch. You're going to see a lot of excitement, a lot of noise, a lot of happy kids. They pretty much know what they want. Hi, Hannah. What's your number? Thank you. All right, thank you. Oh, hamburger? Okay, with fries? Nice. Every day's different. Like these little kids, they're so funny. Every day. Oh, I have a lot of favorite things. Probably the nachos and the tacos. And then the smoothies. There's actually a lot of really good food. I'll leave like the fruits and vegetables out for them so they can have an extra fruit or vegetable. And they really like the oranges and the vegetables. So they'll come in and they'll visit and they'll be like, can I have a fruit from the bubble, or can I have a vegetable? And so they pick it and it's super fun for them. Did you guys come for fruit in the bubble?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you want?
Orange.
You want an orange? What would you like?
The I really like the pear.
The pear, okay. So in order to celebrate the school lunch week, the passport to your around the world, the food. So here we're going to start in the terminal. We're waiting for our arrival. Here the planes are, this is their runway, right? Here we have their arrivals. So we made their arrivals. So this is the grade levels, what time they come in for the lunch. And then this is a combination of the room numbers mixed up. Here, this is going to be first class seating. And then we have, now boarding, as if they're going out to the NPR. Their departures, their transfer, and their baggage is around the corner. And that's what we did to celebrate school lunch week.
Oh my gosh, I loved being able to see that again, because it goes back to, when I was there with the Arizona Department of Ed, I smelled that pizza. I mean, I don't think they were serving it the day that our videographer went there, but honestly, it's like, oh, that just brings me back. The food actually smells good there. Like, I'd actually be willing to eat it, which is awesome. And especially because with Central Kitchen, all the food's fresh, that really comes out of our kitchens.
We do made from scratch food. We have a state-of-the-art central kitchen. We'll probably bring that as a topic on our podcast down the road. But think like the best restaurants you've ever been to and how they pipe out food like really quickly. Like, that's what we're doing on a level that is not done for like industry restaurants, because we have 40,000 kids to feed, 5,000 staff members to feed. It's amazing.
Yeah, and something in addition to that too, the day that ADE came over, they also had a chance to go visit Galveston as well. You mentioned the fact that they just recently went through a rebuild and everything. And so I feel like that was also a great chance to be able to share our excitement for a brand new space, because their cafeteria is in their multi-purpose room, which kind of shares the space with the PE class, because they're able to bring a curtain down and then half of the space is dedicated to the cafeteria, whereas the other is dedicated to the gym.
I want to make the audience aware that was intentional, to definitely 100%. Be able to share that space and have it converted and not have to wait for lunch to be over and then do PE. So it's really state of the art. Yeah,
and so because of that, it makes everything streamlined and efficient for not only the students, but the staff again as well.
Yeah,
so
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to post this on YouTube. We're going to post it on social. We're going to have it in the district newsletter. We, again, thank you for the feedback and those that listened to our first episode. This really is about taking a deeper dive into the stories that are happening beyond just the newsletter, beyond just a social mention. We want you to understand what's happening and feel the passion that we have for school PR.
Yeah, I think you could probably tell by us going on and on about these schools. And I think it's a great thing, because it just shows that we're passionate about it, and that's just something that we really want to share and hope that comes across through this podcast. And so it's just something that's exciting to see,
So exciting. And on the next podcast coming up, we're going to talk about something called PBIS, Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports. There's a little clip here of Superintendent Narducci learning more about it. We intend to bring on another voice to go more into what PBIS is, how it's working at schools, how it helps with improve instructional time, increase instructional time, keep kids in the classroom, reduce the number of referrals, all through a structured framework that lays out clear expectations for the students. Really excited about that. So with that, we will sign off this second episode of the CUSD podcast. And
it's where opportunity meets excellence.
And every story matters.
Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. We drop episodes at the end of every month, so be sure to like and subscribe. For the latest news, follow us at Chandler Unified on Facebook, Instagram, and X. See you next time.